Hello and welcome. Today we're doing the February 2025 reading to see what's in our best interest to focus on throughout the month. I'm Maureen Frank, the Mandala Lady, and let's see which card deck we're using. This one, this one. Okay, we're going to be using the wood deck. Wood. Okay. So let me get grounded and centered. I'm calling in our teams of guides and angels with the intention of receiving insight and guidance regarding what's in our best interest to focus on, focus on for the month of February 2025. Anything else you want me to add to that? No. Okay. And, how many cards do you want me to pull? One, two. Oh, they want me to pull two cards. One is the focus and the second one is clarifying. Okay. All right. Split the deck or the top two split. Okay. 1, 2. Okay. All right. So the focus for this month of February is the veil. Let me read that message. Look beyond the veil. So in Course in Miracles, they talk about fears, limiting beliefs, and anything like that, anything that keeps us from our authentic self, our true self, that to see it as a veil, that we move it aside, that it's as simple as a decision to be made. And for me, with this card, I always feel like this is a fuse that's been lit, and then it's slowly burning away that which is blocking us from our true self, our enlightened self. So throughout the month, start focusing on what is keeping you from what inside of you. Yes, there might be that. I guess yes. What's do we have control over? That's in the way. That would be our fears, our limiting beliefs, and know that those kind of things are opinions. We took them on long ago or recently, but most of them have been taken on from long ago, and they served us at the time because we needed them. And now with this month of February 2025, it's reminding us that we don't need the training wheels. We don't need those limiting beliefs and fears to hold us back, because now more than ever, whatever it is that we have to offer to make this world a better place, now it's time to let that part of ourselves shine and be that much closer to our full potential. Let me see what the clarifying card is. Okay. It goes nicely with my shirt. Okay. Squirrel. I'm easily distracted. Open-minded. That is the clarifying card. And that message is almost be willing to change your mind. So, that's perfect. Thank you. Thank you. So this is be willing to change your mind about the fears you've taken on, about the limiting beliefs you've taken on, about anything that you've taken on as your truth, to be open-minded to what's the truth, and be willing to change your mind. Be willing to change your mind. And so for me, I'm really feeling a strong pull to put myself out there, do more of what I do with readings and mandala art, and creating another mandala coloring book I think it's more than just a coloring book. Not to diminish mandala coloring books, but anyway, different from what I've done in the past. And there's part of me that I feel the fear. So why bother? No one cares. No one wants to hear what you have to say. So those are really, I have to say them out loud. It's not, wow, that's so sad. It's so heavy. And those are things that I've had to deal with all along. And it's time, and I get told repeatedly, let it go. Now I'm feeling the push more than ever is to, because they want us to want to remind us that there are people who are waiting for what we have to offer. And us holding ourselves back is not helping them and certainly not helping us. So February is a short month, 28 days. So yeah, I feel like start paying attention, like the first week, maybe start paying attention to what you think your limiting beliefs are, or what your fears are. And there's a good possibility that at the core of all of them, everything is this fear that maybe this is my thing, I don't know, but if this not being enough, I'm not good enough, smart enough, young enough, old enough, clever enough, whatever, and that enoughness, and that keeps us suppressed, that keeps us down. Well, if I'm not good enough, then I shouldn't be out there. And it just reminds me of my days as working as a software engineer, especially in the early days of doing it back in the 80s, which was pretty much a male dominated industry at the time I came on board with this one major defense industry corporation. And I could see where that several of us came in at the same time with the same educational background, having just received our computer science degree. And I was seeing the men were being assigned bigger projects. And for me, they weren't, for me, I felt like I had to push to get seen that I could do this. I could do that. I mean, it took me half a day to read the programming language manual. I said, okay, but no one was coming to me saying, okay, you should be done now. We'll give you a project. No, I had to go tell them. In the meantime, the other guys were being assigned. And I even had an instance where a couple of years later, where I was put in charge of a small project, and they were assigning a guy that was supposed to work with me, and he said, no, my wife doesn't tell me what to do, so I'm not going to have a woman at work tell me what to do. And my boss is standing right there, and he's saying to my boss, not to me, that he doesn't want to work with have me as his boss. And then a third example is when in the testing lab where you write the code, write the code, and then it gets sent up to a testing lab to be run on the authentic or the real machines that it'll eventually run on. And up there, I came across one senior scientist type who had said to me more than once, "What are you doing here? You don't belong here." So you get that enough, and then oh well, maybe they're right, but no, they're effing wrong. So yeah, anyway, hopefully if you're still here, great. Work on limiting beliefs, fears. Google limiting beliefs. It's just something that, the other one is, one of the big ones for me is my dad telling me, and my brothers, so at least it wasn't a gender related thing, but saying, oh, you can't make a living as an artist. You have to have a practical job. You have to have a practical career, and then believing it. And so we have to remember, beliefs are just strong opinions. They're not necessarily based on fact. More than likely, they're not based on fact. They're based on someone else's opinion, your own or someone else's. So let's figure out what these are, move the veil, change our mind about them, and replace them with authentic, true beliefs about ourselves, the truth about ourselves. Anything else you want me to add to that? No. Okay. So have fun this month. Like I said, the first week, just kind of pay attention to what comes up, and usually whatever you're being triggered with, that chances are there's a belief or a fear behind it. And then I find coloring as a way to process, but you can journal what the belief is and come up with an alternative. What would be the opposite, or what would be a more appropriate, one's more in alignment with your true self, your spirit self, soul self, whatever. Okay, so that's it for the February 2025 reading. I hope you found this helpful, and yes, until next time, do take care. Bye-bye.